artistic media tool. Then you have other tools that you can work with also. You have this artistic object. Guys, whatever object you want to use, just go there, go through it. If you want to really understand CorelDraw, you have to practice. Consistent practice will make you to have technical skills on this software. You have to be practicing consistently. Can you see that? Depending on what you want. You have this one again, which is the sprayer tool. You can use to select any object of your choice. Can you see? That's the sprayer tool. Sprayer to spray whatever thing is a sweet. Here's something like a stone. Can you see that? The sprayer tool can spray something like this. You have other ones there to you have this. Can you see that? So that depends on what you want to do or what you want. Can you see that? Now if I want this object, this a chewing gum or a sweet, now I want to separate them. I'll come to arrange, break apart. Can you see that? Remove the outline first, right? I'll select one again, say on group, then move this one here, start separating them. You can also use it to design whatever thing you want to design too. Can you see that? Can you do whatever thing you want? You also have the calligraphy tool. Calligraphy tool is to draw related painting objects. That's what calligraphy tool. Can you see that? The calligraphy tool. Can use to draw different letter but in different form. Are we done? Can draw X, right? Can give it the color of your choice. Whatever color you want to give it, right? You can give it. Understand? Can make duplicate of it. Can you see that? That's for the calligraphy tool, right? You also have other tools there. You have under the artistic, you have other ones. You have pressure. You can just something like this. Can you see that? That's for the pressure tool. Whatever object you want, just feel free, go there. Select any of the select all of the tools to give it its own property. Now I can just come here also. You have the pen tool. The pen tool is just equivalent to the what? To the Bezier tool. That's the tool function. Understand? But on this pen tool, you'll be using it to draw a shape. Can you see that? Whatever shape you want to draw, you can use it to draw. And you can curve it compared to the Bezier tool that you can curve. That's what the pen tool. I'll click and drag in this form. Can I see that? Do I want it to be? Sorry. You click and rejoin it. Can you see that? That's for the pen tool. This to draw shapes in curve format. Instead of you drawing that shape to achieve whatever thing, you can just use your pen tool. After you have drawn the shape, you have to use your shape tool. Then you want to draw. I don't use your pen tool to draw something like that. Understand? You can also trim. Can you see that? That's for the pen tool, right? That's for the pen tool. I see that. Corel. Okay, I will delete that. Then you have this Pentru. I see that. Just equivalent to the Pentru, but you can see this by yourself. The way to spin or the way to curve. Or you can call it the curve too, aside from the Pentru. Can you see that? I see that. Can I draw a shape here? Look at the shape. Shape look like mango shape. You can just come and power click it. I see that. Right, I can bring any of those sheets here. I see that. Position it wherever you want it to be. Now depend on you how you want to place the object. You still have 1, 2, 3 there. Okay, you have the pulling line tool. Can I say it? Majorly, it's related to Bezier too. Can you see that? You have the 3-point curve. So you click and drag. That's for the 3-point curve. You click and you drag. To achieve whatever thing you want to achieve. That depends on you. Then you have the next one, you have the smart fill tool. Now, if you have an object here, you want to quickly fill the object with a particular color. This is my object. Okay, so I want to fill it. The color beneath is white. I'll just come and say smart fill tool. Smart fill. Select the color to fill the color inside. I'll just come and say select the color here and drop. Can you see that? It will drop. Right. I can just come in. Mind you, whatever object is there, to remove it. Now I want to fill the outline. The outline is right, rather black. Just come and change the outline. I want to change the outline to red. Sorry, to red. To red. And I click here. Only the outline will change to red. Can you see that? Same thing replicates these two. The smart drawing. Also, let us quickly move to other tools. I've talked about the rectangle tool in one of the first tutorial for the beginners. Just this is the circle tool, the 3-pointer tool. Let's see that 3-pointer tool, right? Now you can use the 3-pointer tool to do whatever thing you want. Now if I do something like this, 3-pointer tool for this one is called 3-point ellipse. I can draw something like this, sorry. Right? Draw something like this. Then you open. You click. Now I can make a duplicate of this object. Duplicate. A duplicate. Can I see that? I can make a duplicate in this form. Okay, so that's a 3-point tool. Give you something like this. Give it a color. I'll give it whatever color I want to give it. Right? I'll select this one in the middle and give it white. I'll give this one white. Give this one another different color. Give this one another different color. Can you see that? Another different color. Can you see that? Shift page down to send it to back. Send the object to back. Or you use control page down to control page down will send the object to back one after the other. One after the other. While shift page down will send it to back automatically. Come and remove the outline. That's something like this. Can you see that? Can you see that? That's for the what? The ellipse, 3-pointer ellipse. And you have here you can pick out some basic shapes. Now let's go. You have other basic shapes here. You understand? Whenever you need a shape, you can just come here. I've talked about the polygon and also too. For you to understand more about some of these basic shapes, you have to go back to the first tutorial for beginners, how to become a graphic designer with CorelDraw for beginners. Then we explain some of these tools. I explained the polygon tool. This is where you draw the polygon. You understand? This is not the shape of polygon. You have to change to 5 here. I'll give you 5. Can I see that? You have the polygon there, right? You have the polygon. That's for the polygon. You can just come here, change it again. I want the star. I want to draw a star. Can you see that? You have the star. Can change to a different color of my choice. This star color. I'll just do something like this. Control page down. I'll have this color, remove the outline. Remove the outline. I see that. That's how to draw your star shape. You understand? You have different basic shape there. You have basic shape here. You have the complex star. Now, when you have the complex star, or after you have drawn the complex, you can click on your shape tool and drag. Now, the essence of this is just to reposition the shape you want, the way you want it to be. Can you see that? The way you want it to be, right? The way you want it to be. Now it depends on you. Can you see that? You can adjust it the way you want it to be. That is for some of my basic shape. Can you see that? As you go back to the basic shapes, you have graph paper in this form. Can you see the graph paper tool? The graph paper tool gives something like this. Can you see that? Now, on this graph paper tool, you can give it a color. It will affect all the shapes at the same time. But I want to give the shape separate color. I'll just come and say on group, give it this color, separate color here. Can you see that? I'll give it a separate color, right? Can give it a separate color. You can just select a particular, any number of shape you want and give it a particular color. Can you see that? And these are prompters. We can also do something like this. A Ludo game with this graph paper tool. I draw a shape here. I'll draw a shape here. Right? I draw a shape here. And I draw a shape in this format. In this form, I'll click and drag one shape at the center here. That's the center of the Ludo. Right? Are we there? Just do something like this. Now I'll guide through. I'll guide here. Now I'll come and make a duplicate of the shape in this form. I'll replicate this one here. Same thing here. Okay, let me delete and make just duplicate of this. Do the same thing here. Can you see that? Or I'll just expand the size of one of the objects here. Move this one top. Can move this one up a bit, or increase the size of this. Now, mind you that you have increased the size of this shape. What I want to do, put the smaller shape at the center of the shape in this form. Alright, I'll delete these ones. Click and drag this form. I'll do some white, merge outline. Okay. Let me just give you yellow. Make a duplicate of this one. Right? I'll make a duplicate of this one. Can adjust this to this edge. I'll give some red. I'll give you some blue. I'll give you some this color here. Can you see that? You have something like this. You are at the edge of. Now I'll impute. I'll now impute my word text 2. Now to type your text 2, if you don't want to click on the type 2 here, the text 2 here, you understand? You can just come and say F8 to give you the shortcut, or just give you the text. I'll say load again. Right? Now to form the dice, you can just come here and form the dice in this form. Pick it up like this. Bring this one here too. Right. Bring this one up and drag in this form. Let me do that again. Sorry. I'll do something like this. Can you see that? I'll bring this one here too. I'll click and drag this one here. I see that. I'll bring it like this. Right. Okay. I'll draw a circle. a circle under my 3.2, which is called elip 2. I'll give it this color, model outline, right. Maybe some duplicate here. I see that? Okay. Right? Okay. I just rotate it in this form. Make a duplicate of it. It's in this form. Now bring it here. Can give some white. Move the outline a page down. I'll now bring my text in. Come and say page of Ctrl K. Change the font to whatever font I want to use. Now I can come here. This is my font. This is my text. I change it to whatever font I want it to be. Whatever font I want to use. Okay, so I can just come and say Ctrl K or arrange, break apart. Can I see that? Break apart this one too. Break apart. Can I see that? I will not give it a separate color. I'll give it the roundup color I'm having here. I'll give it yellow and blue. Can I see that? Now I will then bring my calligraphy tool, or sorry, graph paper tool, to draw a graph in this form. Can I see that? Now it's not giving me the total number I want, or this is not the total number I want. I can just come here, reduce, just come here, increase it to 5, the column, and increase the row to 3. Okay, the row is 3. Okay, I'll just come and drag it here. I see that. Then rotate. You can guide. Can you see that? Right? I want to give it this blue color here. I'll select this one, on group. Right? I'll give it this color here. This color too. This color too. Understand? Now, I'm not satisfied with what I got. I'll still go back and delete. I'll use my graph paper 2 again. I'll change to 6. I'll draw again here. I change it, rotate. I just say on group, select this portion here. I'll give it this color. Select this portion, I'll give it this color. Now this one white. Are you there? I just come here, rotate 90 degrees, mirror left. Mirror up and right, give this one red. As that the graph paper too can do something like this. That's for the Ludo game. Okay. Let's move to other tools. We have the tools are many, so we have to sectionalize it into the beginners tool, intermediate, and the advanced part of CorelDraw. You understand? And you have the sprayer tool, kind to give you something like this. Can you see that? When you increase the size from here, the sprayer increases. You get. And I can use to do something like this with the sprayer to mirror up and left. Can you see that? Just bring it down here. Draw a circle like this. I'll give it this color. Rotate this one here. Okay, I'll rotate this one here. Move the outline. Can you see that? I can use a key. I can draw a circle like this. All of that is what you want to achieve. You have this color there. Can you see that? I just use my Bezier tool to draw a line like this. Sorry. Okay, instead of my Bezier tool, I can use my pen tool to draw something like this. I have something like this there. Page down. I see that. Right. That's for the sprayer tool and the graphic part tool. Sprayer tool and the graphic part tool. Then you have some of this basic shape. Whatever shape you want, just come here and click and drag. Whatever shape you want, just go there and click and drag. Go there and click and drag. Right. Can keep whatever color. The basic shape. Any shape you want. You have the arrow, you can just select the arrow from here. Can you see that? You have the arrow, you can select the arrow from here. Right? Whatever shape you want, just go there and select. You understand? You have the flow chart. Change it from here. Here's another flow chart. Instead of you drawing the flow chart yourself, can you see that? With your basic, sorry, shape 2. So you can just go there and apply the flow chart, call out, That's for the basics. You just select them. You have the table shape, table 2. Now it depends on what you want to do with the table 2, right? You can just do something like this. This is table 2. Just it's equivalent to the graph paper 2. So equivalent to the graph paper 2, whatever shape you want to use, you can just come here. This to increase the size. Can increase the size to something like this. Can start that for the border. I want to increase. I can increase the column. Increase the column, increase the row. Can you see that? That's for the table 2. Then you have the dimensional 2. I want to take a little bit of time to quickly explain the dimension 2. The parallel dimension 2. Now, the parallel dimension 2 will give you the dimension of a shape. Now, if you look at this shape and look at the property bar, vertically you have the size of the shape, which is 5.1. Horizontally, you have 3.1. Understand? Now, I want to get the size of this shape with my parallel dimension 2. Now, of course, come in parallel. Click and drag to this edge here to give you what? The dimension 2, the size of what you just draw. Now if I want to get the horizontal, I'll just click and drag. Click and drag. Can you see that? That's for the what? For the vertical. Then you come and see the horizontal. And drag it. Can you see that? That's how to what? Get the measurement of your shapes. You get the measurement of your shape. And also you have the horizontal, vertical dimension. The angular, this for angular. Can you see that? The angular dimension too. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. That's the angular dimension too, right? You have other ones like that segment dimension. Can just go through still relating to dimension or the measurement of a particular shape. Then you have straight line connector. Is to draw lines. So draw line, connect these two lines together. Can you see that? And draw the line, change the size of the line. Understand? Everything that is here is related to drawing lines. Sorry. Yeah, rectangular angle to connector. Just to draw different type of anchor line. Can you see that? Now I can just come here. There's what we call the Pentru in CorelDraw. What we call the Pentru. Now, if I draw a shape here, Can you see that I draw a shape here? I'll give it out, remove the outline, right? I remove the outline, right? Can you see that? Now I'll just come here, the Pentru. Now the Pentru is to draw a series of shape for CorelDraw. That's for the pen tool. You understand? CorelDraw, different type of shape. Then what we want to do is eyedropper tool. Now the eyedropper tool is to pick color from one place and drop it to another. Now eyedropper tool, I'll copy here. I'll pick the color. Now if I pick a color on the property, it will give you that color. Now let's do that again. Eyedropper tool now. Now I'll click on this color. Look on the property, it will change. The color you can see there is green. If I click on this color here, it will change. Now I want to drop this color on this green color. I'll just come here. After you have used the eyedropper tool, you now come here and use the paint bucket. The paint bucket will drop the color. Can you see that? Let's do that again. Eyedropper tool. To copy the color here from each face, I want to pick a color. It will pick that color I want. I'll not drop it here. Automatically, the moment you pick, it will switch to the paint bucket tool to drop the color. Can you see that? Now come here and click the eyedropper tool. Pick whatever color I want. Use the paint bucket to drop it. That is how the eyedropper tool works. Can you see that? That is for the word eyedropper tool. Then you have the attribute dropper. You understand? It's still the same thing to eyedropper tool, but a little different, right? It's still related to eyedropper tool. Now, if I draw a line using my straight line tool to draw a line here, can you see that? Increase the size from here, right? If I don't want to increase the size on the property bar, I can just come here, increase the size here, right? Or decrease the size here. Can you see that? That is for the what? Outline tool. Outline property tool. Can you see that? Now I want to give the outline a color. I'll just come and say outline color. Select the color of your choice and fill outline. Can you see that? Now if you select a color, I want to use the color tool. Just come and say color, fill outline, fill for this. Can you see that? This is how to work with most of the tools in CorelDraw. And you have this one too. It is called the fill tool. The fill tool is also one of the most important tools in CorelDraw because it helps you to apply different kind of color. Can you see that? Now the filter, I want to use this, make use of the filter. I'll come and say uniform fill, I have to do it one color. Can you see that? Whatever color I make use of or I select from here, that is what you will see. Right? Whatever color you make use of, that's what you see. Uniform, that's for the uniform. Right? Now when you click on the uniform, it's pop-up a dialog box where you can pick the color. You have the fountain fill. The fountain fill will give the shape two different colors. Can you see that? Two different colors, say custom. Right? That's what the fountain fill. To give you two different colors. You can still go back there, fountain fill. You can reposition the color yourself by clicking on the screen. You are here. Right? As for the word fountain fill, give you two different colors. Now I can draw a circle. I'll give you the fountain fill with this color. Now I'll select these two colors here. Select the other color. Right? Okay. I can just select these two colors. Okay, let me give it white color here. Can you see that? Now I remove the outline, make the shape 2 by duplicating. I'll mirror up and down. Can you see that? Are we good? That is for the fountain fill. And you still have other color there. You have other color under the fountain fill aside from that, how to manipulate different color. Under the fountain fill, you can do more than 2 colors. You can just come and say this 2 color blend mode. You have this on custom color. Now I can click on here to add a different color. You have this one, click here, you add this color. You click here, you add this color. Can you see that? I'll click on drag. I'll give you this color here. Right. I'll add another one here. Right, add another one here. Okay, so now you'll be seeing every color I had, you'll be seeing the display here. Can you see that? Right? Can you see that? That is for the word interactive fill tool. You have different color there, different parts. You have pattern fill. You can select 2 color pattern fill. You have something like this, or 2 color pattern fill, right? You can still come here. You have the pattern fill. Click on the shape again, you have the pattern fill. Right, you can change it to any one of your choice. Can you see that? You can change to any one of your choice. Pattern fill, you can come here and say full color. You have different color here. Can you see that? You have different color. You can just select, right? You got it there. Can you see that? That is another one. You have the texture fill. You can select any of the texture of your choice. You have the texture fill. Mind you that whatever color you are applying, you can also apply to your text. I will okay that. Guys, now if I come here and say I want to use my type 2, I'll just press F2. I'll say digital up. Right, and I want to apply the color to it, or I want to apply the same color to it, this color to it. I'll just come and say texture fill, select the color, and you are done. Can you see that? Texture fill, apply the color. Can you see that? Also, you have the PostScript text preview. To view the text, you can just come here, say okay, Can you see that? Depending on what you want to do. Depending on what you want to do. I'll give you this color. Control page down. Take this one up, and there's what we call interactive fill tool in CorelDraw. This interactive fill tool in CorelDraw is to give you variety of various kind of color in CorelDraw. I'll just come here, click on the interactive fill tool, click and drag. You click and you drag on the color, on the shape you have. Can you see that? To give you a 2-edge color. Now if you want to change the color, you just come in on the property bar, you go there and select, you come and change the color again to whatever color you want it to be. Can you see that? Now the essence of this is to create a professional color for yourself or a professional design for yourself. It depends on what you want to do next time. You can just have something like this. Now when you select the color, you can change the color to any of the color of your choice. Can you see that? Now on the interactive fill tool, like I told you before, that whatever tool you use, it has its own property. Every tool you pick in CorelDraw has its own property. Now this interactive fill tool has its own property too. Now on the property you have the linear interactive fill tool. Now I want to change it to a different color, right? I can just come here, say linear interactive fill tool, change the color, change the style. I'll change it to red eye. Can I say that this is red eye? Okay, I'll do something like this with my circle tool. Let me just keep it there. Now I'll draw the circle here. Apply the color I want. I can just give it red. I'll give it white. Okay. Now, right now I'm using the linear interactive fill tool. Right. My interactive. I want to change it to red eye. Can you see that? I have something like this. Okay, now after you have applied your linear tool to it, after you have applied your linear tool, you have a shape like this. I can just make it a duplicate here. I can make a duplicate like this. Can you see that? Do control page down. Can you see that? That's for the linear tool. You can apply it to any shape. Also to your text. You can also apply the linear tool to your text. If I draw, I'll just come and say digital. Up. I can break my text apart. Apply my linear tool to it. Right. Change the color to the color I want. Okay, change the color to the color I want. see that? I'll give you this color. Yes, right. I'll give you this color there. Can you see that? So it's either you apply it to text 2 or you apply it to your object, whatever thing you want to apply it to. As you go back on the linear interactive field tool, I'll change it to chronicle, be conical. Can you see how this one look like? Depending on what you want to do, right? You have the square, this one square. You have the 2-color fountain fill, depending on what you want to use it for. Just feel free to pick any of the shapes. Feel free to pick any of the shape, any of the fill color, right? Now, can you see this? It now depends on you, right? Depending on what you want to do. Now, I have this one there too. I have mesh fill tool. This mesh fill tool is to give the shape different kind of color. Now, the mesh feature has some property. You can increase the shape, the cell to more cell. You have more cell. You have more cell. You have more cell. Can you see that? More cell. I can reduce it again to. Sorry, I can reduce it to what we have before. I can increase it again. Now, each of these cells, you can just select each of the cell and give it a different color. Give it a color of your choice. Can you see that? This is what we call color mixture in CorelDraw. Can you see that? Right? Now depend on what you want to do. Right? That's for the what? Interact or mesh fill tool. You understand? Just for you to pick different kind of color. Mesh fill tool. I see that. I can give it another color. Suits suits what I want to do. Right? Now it depends on what I want to do. The same thing can be applied to my shape tool. Sorry, my text. You understand? I can apply it to text. I can just select only the node here. I'll give it white. I'll say this one white. I'll give this one white. Can you see that? That's on my shape tool. Sorry, my merge fill tool. Merge fill tool. That's what we are discussing. Merge fill tool. Okay, that aside, let us now move to other tools, and that will be the final place of where we draw the curtain for everything in CorelDraw tools. Okay, we have something like this. You have this one which we call blend tool. This blend tool is to blend objects or text together. Okay, let me use it for digital. Understand? Draw a shape like this, right? I can use my interactive field to interact my color here. Give it this color. Right, I'll give it this color here. I'll give it the color here. I'll give it whatever color I want to give it. Or give it whatever color you want to give. You can use the eyedropper to pick a color, then draw. You understand? Okay, I'll give you this color here, and I'll give you this color here. Can you see that? Now click on my blend tool. Make this text duplicate. Can you see how it is? I'll click on the one behind. Okay, let's assume I change the color for the one behind to a color like this, right? Into something like this. I want to blend these two colors together. Select this one behind, right? Click on my blend tool, and I'll blend it in this form. Can you see that? I give it outline. Give it some outline. Can you see that? You can move it to wherever place you want it to be, or however way you want it to be. Can you see that? That is for my what? My blend tool. You can also apply it to shapes. You can apply it to wherever you want it to apply. You want to apply it to. Can you see that? Now, I have another shape here. Another tool. It's called the contour tool. Can you see that? This is what we call the contour tool. The contour tool is to apply contour to a text. This is my text. I want to apply contour to it. I can just come here, apply to center. Can you see that? Now when you apply to center, you can change the color. You understand? You can change the color to whatever you want it to be, or wherever you want it to be. You can change this color. Right? Can change the color. Now if you look at the contour is inside of the text. I don't want it to be inside of it, I want it to be outside. I'll come and say out. So I'm sorry, the first one is to center, this one is inside. Why this one is outside? Can I see that? I can increase the size of the contour. You have something like this. I can decrease the size. Can you see that? Now increase the offset. Right? I can decrease the offset. You understand? Now come here, click on the text tool. I say what? Ctrl K, or I'll say arrange, break apart. Can you see, after you have said arrange, break apart, you can just come here. I want to delete, I want to remove any one of my choice. Can you see that? Ungroup and remove any one of my choice. Can you see that? Click my text tool, Can you see that? I'll give it white. Can you see that? I can give the text an outline, right? Depending on you. That's for the word, the contour tool. Also, you can apply it to shape. Okay, let's try to apply it to shape here. Here, I remove the outline. And now come and see my interactive field too. Can you see what I have? You can adjust it and position it the way you want it to be. You understand? Any way you want it to be. You can change the color from here. You understand? You can change the color from here. It will give you a mixture of color, right? Now depending on what you want to do with your design. That's for the word interactive contour tool. Also, you have another tool there. It's called distance tool. Distance tool. Now, if I draw a circle like this, right? This is my circle. This is my tail circle here. Click on my distance tool. Distance tool. Can you see that? Distance tool. To distance the shape in different ways, whichever way you want it to go. Guys, that's my distance tool. Right? That's my distance tool. That's my distance tool. Like I said before, can you see that? My distance tool. Now let's proceed. You can also use this for your shape. Distance your shape in this form. Can you see that? Then you adjust the way you want it to be. Right? That's our distance tool again. These are the shape for distance tool. Now, under the distance tool, you have other tool. You have this one called zipper distortion. Can you see that? Depending on what you want, right? You can add this one there with a twister to twist the object, whichever way you want it to be twisted. Can you see that? That's my whole zipper distortion and my twist tool. Right? And also you have the shadow tool. The shadow tool will help you to add shadow to both object or text. Now look at this text digital. Text digital here. Right. Now I click on the text digital, I'll just come in. I'll add shadow to it. You click on the text or the object and drag. Can you see it's shadow on the text? Now you can adjust the shadow to whichever size you want, to whichever effect. This one is the featuring of the shadow. I can just say 4. Can you see that? I can just say, okay, this one is for the opacity. If I say 90, it will be thick, right? Or if I say 25 or 20, it's less. I can blow it out from here 45. Guys, that it depends on how you want the shadow to look like. You understand? Then you can position your shadow whichever way you want it to be. Can you see that? Make sure you have presets where you can select different type of shadow type. Can you see that? You select any one of your choice if you want, right? That is for the shadow. I just come and add shadow to this one at the back too. Can you see that? Now reduce the featuring to 6. Increase on to 35. 40. I have 15 here. I say not depend on what you want for the shadow. Can you see that? Things on to 65. You understand? So it depends on what you are looking for. That's for the shadow. Can you see that? I will reduce it again. So it depends on how you want to place your shadow, the way you want it to look like on your object or text. Your object or text. That's for the shadow. Can you see that? Now if I have a shape here, this is my shape. I want to add shadow to it. I can still come in and say shadow. Can you see just the way I've added down above there? I've added this one. You understand? And you can spread the shadow in this form. Right? It now depends on you and what you want to do. Can you see that? I take it to 16. I take it to 35 to spread. You understand? This is the opacity. Take it to 5. Sorry, 10. Can you see that? So it depends on what you want to achieve or how you want to place the shadow. You understand? You can apply shadow to whatever thing you are applying. So whatever thing you want to apply shadow to, you can still come out shadow again. Can you see that? So now depend on what you want to do. Depend on what you want to do. Can you see that? Then You have another tool there. You have another tool there. It is called the envelope tool. Now I'm still using the digital again. Now, can you see that? I can just come here, click, and bring out the envelope tool. Now I can adjust this text like this, right? In this form. So come in form of a curve. I'll remove this node. I can adjust it like this. Remove this node too. I'll adjust it like this. Now depend on what you want. Now depend on what you want. Can you see that? Now depend on what you want as the shadow, sorry, as the contour, as you want the contour to look like. Can you see that? Now I can still come here. Okay, we are talking about the blend envelope tool. Click on the envelope tool. Now, if you drag it to come in form of a curve, but I don't want it in form of, I want this form of a straight line. I'll click here and say straight line mode. Then when you drag it will give you a straight line mode. Can you see that? A straight line mode. Straight line mode. It now depends on what you want to achieve. You understand? Now also come here. Depending on what you want to achieve. Also come here. I'll draw. I'll bring down the shape here. Can you see that? Right? I see that. Expand this one like this. Expand this one. Just play around it and see what you want to achieve with your type 2, sorry, with your envelope 2. With your envelope 2, now depend on you what actually you are looking at. Can you see that? That's for the envelope 2. You understand? You can do something like this. Digital. Change my font. I'll use my shape to drag the shape there. Digital. I see that. Now I'll use my envelope tool. I'll do something like this. I see that. It all depends on what you want. Right? It all depends on what you want. That is for envelope 2. Adjust it the way you want it to be. You move to the next one called the extrude 2. The extrude 2 is to apply color just like this way I've applied my interactive field 2, but it has more enhanced feature. I'll just come here, extrude 2, I'll extrude in this form. Can you see that? So we have more enhanced features, and you can apply the features to your text, even to your whatever shape you want to apply to, and you can change the color from here. On the property bar, you come and say extrude color. You have just a color to apply. This is just a color. Can you see that? A color. But if you want 2 color, you click here and say 2 color, use 2 color. Right? I will use 2 color here. Can you see that? I see that. This is how you apply your extrude to your text. You understand? These are enhanced features in CorelDraw. They are enhanced features in CorelDraw. Whatever color you want to apply, just feel free to apply. You can still come to the main text aside from the extrude. Come here, click on your interactive field 2. You add your color in this form. Can you see that? You add your color in this form. So it now depends on what you want to do. You understand? That's for the word extrude. So you can change it back to whatever thing, to whatever color you want to use for your extrude or for your text. You understand? So you can give the text an outline. Can you see that? Increase the size of the text. Come here, increase the size of the text. Can you see that? I say F12. Function key F12 on your keyboard to apply outline to the text. Now if you look at the outline, it's too thick. I want the outline to stay together. I'll come and say corner edges, then corner the edge behind the scale, behind fill and scale with image. Can you see that? I can remove the outline with that if I don't need it. Can you see that? So it now depends on what you want to do for the extrude 2. You understand? It also has lightning bevel on it. You can add bevel, that is to make it thick. The text to be thick. You can move the bevel the way you want it to be. Can you see that? It depends on what you want to do, right? For your text. If you don't need it, you can just remove. You understand? Bring it back. You can just remove it. Understand? It has lightning 2. You can add lightning 1 to the text. Can you see? Straight from the left. I can move it here to the middle. Can move the lightning to the middle here. Can you see that? It now depends on you. I can add 2 lights and add 3 lights. So I'm having lights around the text showing from different angles. Now I can move this one here, can move 3 here, can move 1 here. You understand? I can untick them just to maintain my lighting. So if you don't need the extrude anymore, just click on this red icon, clear extrude. You have your text back. You understand? You just clear the extrude, then you have your text back. Then you have the final one, the final aspect of the tools, the final aspect or the final tool we shall be talking about in CorelDraw. Is called the transparent tool. The transparent tool is a tool that enables you to transparent objects together or blend objects together or blend colors together. You understand? Now if I come here and use my make fill tool, I have this color there. I have this color there again. I have this one here. Right. I have this color there. Can I see that? And I can just come here, okay, this middle one, I'll give it like white. Right there. Now, mind you, once you create a merge fill color, you can't power click object inside. I think it was made default that way. Can I say that? You can't power click object inside, so I have to power click the object inside this one. Right click and edit content. Can I say that? Now I want to download picture from Google. You understand? Wallpaper. Just select the wallpaper of your choice. You click and save the wallpaper. I will save it to my desktop. I want to look for another one. You'll save it to your desktop. Now come back to your CorelDraw. You now have this image. Now if you watch very well, you have the object here. Can you see that? Can you see the background is not looking well positioned in the shape, right? Now what I want to do, I want to blend this with this by using my interactive transparent tool. Right click and say edit content and click on your transparent tool, transparent in this form. Can you see that? Now when transparent, go back, you have it in this form. Now if I import, now I want to bring those images I just downloaded into my environment or my working environment. I just come here and say import. I'll click on import in my CorelDraw. On my desktop, this is the image I downloaded. I click and drag inside. Can you see that? Now I want to power click this one inside this background. Come here and say edit content. Can you see that? Then come here, expand. Now click on my transparent tool and transparent it with this one here. I see. But transparent work in different form. It work in different form. Now, if you want to transparent only this object like the way it is. The way it is, I'll come here. I'll click on uniform. Guys, I'll say what 90. Right? That's I want to tint the resolution of the image or the background. But I don't want to do that. I want to blend it with this one here. You understand? I want to blend it with this one here. Click on my transparent tool. I see that. That is how the transparent tool is being used on or in CorelDraw. Now I can still import the other image. I don't want that background that is there before. I want to use this one. Now if you look at the image, it's not sharp. What you do, you just come as a bitmap, convert to bitmap, give it 100. It will make it sharper. You understand? But I'll click inside, edit content. Can use my shape tool to crop out some portion I don't want. And now click my transparent tool. You have something like this. This is how your transparent tool work in CorelDraw. Is to blend different objects together to make it look more creative. You understand? So now depend on you on what you are trying to create with your work. Transparent tool. Now depend on what you want to do with your transparent tool. And with this, I think we come to the end of the tools. Please like this video, comment on this video, whatever question you want, comment it. We are here. I will definitely attend to your comment, and please feel free to share the video with